Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about the power of words and the power of words in marketing. It's something I discussed the other day, like in my Timothy Chef video, when people use that word predator, of how we've changed the meaning of words to create an idea. And oftentimes that idea is used for marketing. And let's take the term natural, because everyone here in the fitness world now, or in the lifting world, they hear the term natural and it has its own meaning to them. And here's what I would suggest. I would suggest to you that that term really does have the exact same connotation that it does in the mainstream society. All right, if you're anywhere else in the world and someone describes something as natural, what do you know about that thing? You know immediately it's a product they're trying to sell you. It is a gimmick. It's a gimmick with a loose definition that doesn't really have a well-defined meaning, that's being used to sell you a product, right? All natural ingredients, right? The implication being that it's somehow healthy, it's somehow wholesome, and it's somehow something that you should be buying because it's better for you. In other words, it is a marketing word. It's used as a marketing term to sell products, not just foods, right? We use to sell foods, our food, all natural ingredients, as if something with 37 ingredients is even remotely close to being what you would find in nature, right? Like it's even remotely close. Or that means that it's even better, right? Because let's be honest here. I mean, is a natural ingredient automatically healthier than the same ingredient created in a laboratory? Hell, it might be more pure in a laboratory. Really, it doesn't tell us anything, because in some cases, hey, the all natural food probably is better. But not always, right? There's no guarantee of that. The golden arrow poison toad is completely natural, but I promise you, if you were to take a lick of it, you were to lick that that toad, you won't be doing too well real quick. So they use this term to sell products. Now it's even used to sell everything from shampoos, all natural dog shampoo, even for your dog, right? Made with all natural ingredients. So we come over to the fitness world. Guess what? Isn't it the same thing? When someone starts claiming they are natural, the automatic implication is that they're not using steroids. But why do they need to define their natural? In other words, why does someone need to claim natural? The same reason it's slapped on any other product, to sell you something. It is a marketing claim, and it's not even provable, right? It's not provable. Therefore, anybody can claim natural. Anybody can claim drug-free. Anybody can do it. What's stopping you? I mean, hell, let's talk about natural bodybuilding. Is their drug testing really that extensive? Like, do they even have the budget for real drug testing? No, they do polygraphs and stuff, or occasionally a urine test. Well, anyone with a pocket calculator can beat those urine tests. You can blast drugs 10 months out of the year and pass that test. You could probably do a couple of them a year and pass those urine tests and still use steroids, growth hormone, everything else at least 10 months out of the year, out of the 12 months. So what, you're natural for 3 weeks? Therefore, you can pass the urine test, depending on what you take. So that doesn't mean anything. Oh, then they use polygraphs. Okay, so what? Polygraphs aren't admissible in a court of law because they don't work. You guys know what a polygraph is for? It's to get you to admit something. It is an interrogation technique developed by law enforcement and intelligence agencies to get stupid, ignorant, uneducated people to confess. It doesn't actually work. It's to get you to confess while you're being interrogated with this sophisticated, fancy device hooked up to you that can read your mind, right? The mind reading device that they've hooked up is to get you to confess and make a mistake. It's to trick ignorant, stupid people. And it works pretty well for that. So it has no validity as a test. So these guys can even claim natural. So all it is, it's a claim. I'm natural, therefore my product is better. And when someone claims natural online, what is it almost always accompanying? Selling you a product. I'm going to sell you a workout program, right? Because I'm natural and I got great results. It must be my superior training program that gave me these results. Here, buy my program, right? Buy my program. And you can look just like me, right? It doesn't matter if I really use drugs. It doesn't matter what my genetics are. It doesn't matter what I did for the last 8 years of my life to get me here, this 12-week program. This is what you need. And I'm natural, therefore it'll work for you. Or buy my supplements, because if I'm not using drugs, these supplements must be responsible for my gains, which is ironic. You know, people want to go take some synthetic product and put it in their body in the hopes of gaining more muscle or burning more body fat. But that's natural, but a steroid that does the same thing isn't. Wait. Something you make in a lab that helps you build muscle or burn fat is natural and good and wholesome, but another drug made in a lab that has now had a negative term slapped on it is somehow bad. What's the difference? Like, let's be honest here. If supplements actually could put muscle on you, if they actually created anabolic properties, how's that different? Like why is one of those suddenly better than the other? Well, because naturals do it, right? But if we tested for creatine in drug testing and it was banned by WADA, wouldn't creatine all of a sudden be evil? An evil anabolic drug, right? This shit is so silly. So silly. No different. If supplements actually worked, and most of them don't, but if they actually did, they wouldn't be any different than using an anabolic or fat burning drug. There'd be no difference. You're just putting a drug into your body, a synthetically created chemical made in a lab that you're buying instead of doing hard work to attempt to get the same result. You want to gain muscle, burn fat, whatever it is you're trying to do. But they can market it. It's all natural product. There's no steroids in it, unless it's got vitamin D in it. Vitamin D3 is a steroid, technically, steroid hormone. Don't get me started on that, though. But the absurdity of it. But it's all used to sell you products. It is nothing more than a marketing term. And the ironic part is that the suggestion is automatically more healthy. And don't get me wrong, guys, abusing anabolic drugs is not healthy. I want to state that repeatedly. I am against people abusing anabolic drugs. But are we somehow assuming that natural bodybuilders are healthy? What? How is that healthy? Because they're natural that it's suddenly healthy? Has anyone looked at the blood work on pre-contest natural bodybuilders when they're contest lean? You want to tell me those are healthy people? I mean, natural bodybuilding is basically just marketing eating disorders. Did you guys see Dr. Eric Helms' doctoral work where he did all the blood work and studies on dozens and dozens of pre-contest natural bodybuilders? Do you guys remember what their blood work looked like? Did you guys see their testosterone levels and their thyroid levels and everything else? They had the hormone levels of 70 and 80-year-old men. And these are young, healthy guys. Nothing healthy about dieting down to 6% body fat. It's dangerous. In fact, you would probably be healthier at 20% body fat than trying to diet down to 6 or 7% body fat if you were physically active. And I'm not even saying you should be at 20%. And I'm below that. And people are going to say, oh, you're 20%. No, I'm not. You guys see my DEXA. Look at my arms and legs right here in the photo. Don't give me that stupid shit. You guys have seen my DEXA scans. You know I'm not 20% body fat. So back to the point. It's not healthy. It might be natural, but it's not healthy. So why then are we trying to pretend like it is? That just because you don't use steroids, that your lifestyle is suddenly healthy when you have an eating disorder and a body image disorder and you emaciate yourself down to a male version of an anorexic? That just because you lift weights that you're not at anorexic body fat levels, you don't have the hormone levels of an anorexic, because they do. You know what? I had a natural bodybuilder who was a big YouTuber who came to me asking for advice on should he take PCT drugs after his contest preps, because they wouldn't be testing him for him, because he felt like his testosterone levels dropped so low that he couldn't get a hard on and he wasn't interested in sex for at least a month after doing his shows. And he had a good looking girlfriend. He had a good looking girl and he couldn't get a hard on with her. That's healthy, right? You guys want, that's good? No, there's nothing healthy about any of this bodybuilding shit. Not healthy. And the term natural is nothing more than a marketing term to sell you products. That's all it actually means. Just like when they're trying to sell you a shampoo or a granola bar, When a person jumps up and says, I'm natural, the only reason they're telling you that is so that they can sell you some shit based upon their natural claim. That's all it means. It's a marketing term, nothing more, nothing less. And these people have no proof whatsoever that they're not using anything. And if they're smart, they will use drugs and lie about it so that they can sell you products. That's a good business model. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.